Happy morning, children. Today, English class for grade 6. In English class, we are going to discuss about story of the friendly mongoose. Here, this story talks about the human tendency to jump the conclusions hurriedly and how this tendency disturbs and causes disturbance in the system. This moral is depicted through a farmer's wife. Here, a farmer, his wife, and their small child lived a village. There was also a baby mongoose in the house, who they believed would be their son's companion and friend in future. One day, the farmer and his wife went out, leaving the child alone with the mongoose. Once, a farmer and his wife lived in a village with their small son. They loved him very much. "We must have a pet," the farmer said to his wife one day. "When our son grows up, he will need a companion. This pet will be our son's companion." His wife liked the idea. One evening, the farmer brought with him a tiny mongoose. "It's a baby mongoose," said his wife, "but will soon be fully grown. It will be a friend to our son." Here, both the baby and the mongoose grew. In 5 or 6 months, the mongoose had grown to its full size, a lovely animal with two shining black eyes and a bushy tail. The farmer's son was still a baby in the cradle, sleeping and crying alternately. One day, the farmer's wife wanted to go to the market. She fed the baby and rocked him to sleep in his little cradle. Picking up the basket, she said to her husband, "I'm off to the bazaar. The baby is sleeping. Keep an eye on him. Frankly, I do not like to leave the child alone with the mongoose." "You need not be afraid," said the farmer. "The mongoose is a friendly animal. It's as sweet as our baby, and they are the best friends. You know." The wife went away, and the farmer, having nothing to do in the house, decided to go out and take a look at his fields not far away. He ran into some friends on the way back and didn't return for quite some time. Here, explanation for these lines. A farmer, along with his wife and a small baby, used to live in a village. Both he and his wife loved their child. One day, the farmer spoke his mind to his wife and expressed a wish to bring a pet to his house to give as a companion to their son. His wife also liked that idea and agreed. The farmer bought a baby mongoose as a pet. Both the baby mongoose and his son grew in 5 or 6 months. The mongoose grew to its full size. The farmer's son was still a baby only. One day, the farmer's wife had to go to the market. She fed the baby and moved him a little to make him sleep. She picked up the basket to go to the market and asked her husband to keep an eye as the baby was sleeping. Here, she spoke that she didn't like to leave her baby alone with the mongoose. The farmer told her not to be afraid, as the mongoose was as sweet as their own child. Moreover, both of them were good friends. The wife went to the market, and the farmer, as he had nothing to do at home, also went to his fields, which were not very far from the house. On the way, he also met his friends and got late. Here, Children, this is half part of the story. In our next video, we will see another part. Dear children, note it down your today's homeworks. Here, read the lesson, page number 4 and 5, and mark the hard words. And then, next, find the answers for book bag questions, question number 1, 2 and 3. Children, see here these questions 1, 2 and 3. First question, why did the farmer bring a baby mongoose into house? Second question, why didn't the farmer's wife want to leave the baby alone with the mongoose? Third one, what was the farmer's comment on his wife's fear? You have to find answer for these questions. Okay children, do all these homeworks. We will see in our next class. Thank you.